Okay, hey guys, this is your girl Mimi back with another video. Okay, to share the word that the good Lord used me to share. Okay, so today I just I'm just going to speak on just a little bit of what I've been going through and what God has been showing me through this season of what I've been going through because it has been a season in this moment. But one thing I want to say is through each season, through each trial, through each showdown, through each shaking, we must stay consistent in our obedience to God, to all that He tells us to do, all He has already told us to do, that you're in the midst of doing all that He's been telling you to. All of that, we have to stay obedient in that area. We must stay consistent. We cannot let our seasons break us or change our perspectives on what God has already spoken to us. One thing that the Lord has been showing me, because with my videos, I have not been releasing any words because I just been like, well, I don't know. I don't feel like the Lord want me to read no words because right now He just got me the season that's just so this and other stuff. So it's just like, I don't feel like it. But girl, again, I thought about a time where when I was in a season like this before, and in that season, I was literally giving words with joy. Like, I was all praised up. I was on fire for the Lord, okay? I was on fire. In that season, it made me think, like, in this season, I'm not really on fire how I used to be. And one thing I will say through this season is God is showing me that I need to shut off all the distractions and understand that He is God and He is the God of all things. And it doesn't matter what goes on in our life, God still has say so in everything. Everything He has say so. And I went through a season where my phone was off and my Wi-Fi was off. And I'm just like without it. So it's like no TV, no phone. It's just me and my kids, literally. But it opened my eyes to the point that these distractions are big. Phones and TVs are big distractions. And they play a big part in why some people can't take heed to God's voice. Because I'm too busy watching videos on YouTube and of other people's words and other people's messages and TV when I want to watch me a good show while I'm eating or something. I'm too distracted to hear God's voice. I was too distracted to hear God's voice. And it made me like, the way the Lord helped me to see it, it made me not even want to get my phone back on. But my sister's connected to my plan, so I had to. But I'm just like, man, I don't even want to get my phone on because through that time, I sat right here in this living room and it was just quiet. Nothing could distract me. I can't do nothing on my phone. Nothing. My phone off or Wi-Fi off. I can't do nothing. I'm just sitting here. I can't do nothing but read my Bible or do schoolwork. So I'm doing schoolwork and I'm reading my Bible. And I'm praying and I'm just listening. I'm in a quiet space. And God broke me down a lot in that little, like, it was a small moment, but in that small moment, God broke me down a lot and helped me to see things that needed to be worked on and things that He's been talking to me about, but I have been pushing off. We have to be careful to be obedient to all that God tells us because some of the stuff, most of the time when God tells us something, it's connected to something else. It's connected to provision. It's connected to somebody else's breakthrough. It's connected to somebody else's provision. It's connected to something. It's connected to your breakthrough. It's connected. So you have to be obedient and listen to what the Lord tells you to do, no matter what the circumstances. You have to do it. And one thing I heard the word from Pastor Torres. I love that pastor. He was talking about how we don't be understanding that sometimes prophecies have a time limit on that. You supposed to got this out at a certain time. You over here playing games, and this is something that they need right now. And oh my gosh, it hit me so hard because it made me think like I have been getting words, and I don't be knowing. I be like, okay, well I feel like it's just for me, or maybe it's not for me, or then I get words I don't understand. Like, Lord, what is this for? Who is this for? It got to be for somebody else, but I still don't release it. I will sit there and just it's in my notes. I got all of them. And I got a lot of words, and I'm going to start releasing them as the Lord lead me to. But this is what I got today because we let the Lord lead in this one. But I have this season, even with the phone being off and stuff like that, but just all this going on right now. And I'm not going to get too deep into it because it's something that I'm going to save for the testimony time. When the Lord brings me out of it, because I know He's going to bring me out of it. I know that this is not my portion, okay? This is just a season, and it's going to pass, just like everything else passes. But through this season, the Lord, we have to understand that in these seasons, the Lord is actually doing big things. In these seasons where it is a shaking, when you feel like all is against you, when you feel like nothing is getting better, it's like, Lord, is you on my side or is you not on my side? Like, I don't feel like, it's like from the outside, people be looking in, they'll be like, nah, the Lord ain't on her side. How is the Lord with her and she got this going on, that going on, and this going on? But they just don't understand that He's on my side in the inside. Like, the change that He's doing to my heart, to my mind, the renewal. Like, and that's another thing. He gave me a word about the renewing of the mind and renewal of a husband. And I'm going to release that word too, because someone will be, we're not going to get deep into it. I know it's for me, and it may be for someone else. But God was saying that He's going to be giving a renewed covering. And the covering was the mind. But He gave me two interpretations. So the covering was the mind, a new renewed mind, and a renewed husband. Because He's a leader. He's our covering, and He's a leader. So that was something that the Lord put on me. And I might release that word next just because I brought it up in this one. But it's going to be renewed, and that's what the Lord is doing to me right now. Another thing that the Lord is doing to me, because the Lord has shown me who my husband is and stuff like that. I think about my husband, and I be like, man, maybe he'll help me in something. And the Lord is trying to show me, you have to let go of depending on other people. The Lord is telling me to sit and focus on your family. The children that I have right now, myself, focus on getting things together. Get your house in order. We go through these seasons and we be like, Lord, help us. Who's going to help us? What's going to help us? Stuff like that. And we just need to be keeping our mind stayed on God. And not just keeping our mind stayed on keeping our mind stayed on God and doing exactly what He's already been telling you to do. God has been replaying things in my head that He has already told me to do. Therapy. That's something that the Lord has told me. He's been told me to do that. I have yet to do it. I still have not. I've been calling people though. I've been calling, but this was late. That was recently, because it's been. I see that the Lord is telling me to do it. The things that the Lord has been telling me to do, He's bringing back to me, and He's saying, do it. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Everything that God tells you to do is connected to something. It's connected to something. That's why we have to complete these these tasks, these whatever you want to call it, we must complete what the Lord tells us to do. And I have been thinking, like I say, I'm so grateful because we don't understand how much grace God has given us. Like the grace He gives us, because we are so disobedient. We are so stubborn. He say, my people are a stubborn people. We are a stubborn people. We are so stubborn because we don't understand what He's telling us to do. We don't do it because we don't know what to do for real. We ain't seeking Him, or we just be like, well, the Lord telling me this, but I don't know. That just don't sound. Because we not. No, you have to understand that the Lord knows what's right, and He's never going to steer us in the wrong direction. He said He knows the plans He has for us, plans for good and not to harm us. The Lord is not here, sin is not here to harm us. He's not telling us to go in a direction so we can find hurt or to go through pain. The Lord is trying to lead you in the best way. He said to give you a future of hope. Okay? Excuse me. So it's like, we have to understand when the Lord tells us to do something, it's time to do it. You got to do it right here, right now. And that's what the Lord has been showing me. And I just thank the Lord for His mercy and His grace, because we don't be deserving at all. We don't be deserving at all of His grace and His mercy, because God has given us time and time. He gives us more time and more time for us to get right. He's so patient with us. That's why I love the Lord so much. He's so patient with us. And we have to take advantage. Not just take advantage. We have to take heed to these things. Do what the Lord tells you to do, because He's not going to keep repeating Himself to you, okay? You're going to cause yourself to be in a deeper hole. You might be going through a shaking season just because you have not been doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to what He told you to do. Excuse me. You're probably going through a shaking season just because you're not doing what He told you to do. That just spoke to me, Lord. That's why I say, Lord, because you're not doing what He's told you to do, you might just be going through what you're going through. Because you made a decision based off something He did not tell you to do, or based off your own flesh, you probably going through what you're going through. Sometimes we put ourselves in these shaking seasons when God was trying His best to help us to not go, to steer us in a different direction, basically. But we going to the left and to the right instead of going straight to the Lord, the one that is our Creator, the Creator of all things, the one that knows the end and the beginning, okay? The beginning and the end. So I just want to encourage somebody to please do what God tells you to do. Because He's not telling you to do it for no reason. And find joy in your shaking season. Understand what God is pruning off. Because in these shaking seasons, it's like a pruning. Understand what God is pruning off in that season. What is God trying to break from me? And you start praying about it, because you can't do it. We think that we can do stuff and okay, I'm going to try to do this so I can get better. I'm going to do this so I can, no. We have no control. We really don't have control at all. That's why we have to pray for these things. What was today I woke up and the word I got was, oh, it's right here. I heard the song, Jesus is on the main line, tell Him what you want. And I was like, why I get this song? Like, Jesus on the main line, tell Him what you want. You know, I heard, like, I don't listen to that song. So I heard it before, but I don't listen to it. So it was random. So I'm like, Jesus on the main line, tell Him what you want. So I'm like, so Lord, I want. I write in my book and I tell the Lord what I want. So maybe you should tell the Lord what you want. In this season, tell Him what you want. Because, I don't know. But the Lord listens to our prayers. He wants us, what I got from it is, the Lord wants us to come to Him. And He will deliver. But we have to be putting our trust in Him, not in man, not in ourselves. Because we can't do it. We cannot do it. Man cannot do it. Man can do it, but it's only God enables man to do it. But we go to the source, the beginning and the ending, the creator, the one that has all control. That's who we go to. And we tell him what we want. And we let him deliver on however he chooses to deliver. I ask the Lord everything before I do something. I try to. Now, because it might be some stuff that I just made a decision to do, and the Lord probably be like, see, that's your problem. You don't be listening. And I'd be like, well, I'm trying. I'm trying to be submissive to my God. And to submit to what he has for me. Submit to his word. Submit to my ordained purpose to go to him first, to understand that he is my Alpha and Omega, that he is the one that will get me through anything. He is the one that will lead me in the right direction, and I have to trust that. But yeah, I don't know how to Jesus, but we can look for what do we do. But Jesus on the main line, he said, tell him what you want, okay? That's what he told me this morning. Jesus is on the main line, tell him what you want. So whatever request, that's why I said, since we saying that, before, this was December, this is last year, I was praying to God. I heard the word before, like, if you tell God what you want, he will give it to you. He will give you your heart's desire if this is part of his will, too, though. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to ask for nothing crazy, but, Lord, I want this car. Now, it was a certain car. I didn't want the car because somebody else had it. I wanted the car because I drove it as a rental before, and I loved it. I was in the car, and I'm just like, I like this car. Like, and it's an SUV. Something I never thought about getting, okay? I never wanted to be one of those. Even though SUVs is not nothing, it's nothing wrong with SUVs, nothing wrong with people that drive SUVs. I just wanted to be extra. I wanted to get a monster truck with some big wheels. Yes, I was playing games. But, baby, maybe got 3 kids. Maybe don't need no monster truck. I done got tired of me struggling to push my kids in no daggone monster truck. So I have came to reality. And as he put me in that SUV as a rental, I'm just over here like, I'm loving this car. And it's like, it's a newer model. It got the little screen. I like it a lot. So I'm just like, Lord, since we talking, and you say I come to you and I ask and I will receive, let me ask. So I asked for this car. And just recently, the Lord has been sending visions, not only to me, but to my daughter about the car. See, but to me, he has been only sending me words. He has been giving my daughter visions of the car. Like, she like, Mama, the car that you want, I saw a vision of us getting it. We was on the lot and we went to buy, and then next thing you know, we went the next day and we went and we had it and we left. And I'm just like, what? Oh no. I'm praising the Lord because I know it's gonna happen soon. And the Lord ain't telling my daughter this for no reason. And that's another thing. Our kids. The Lord talks to your kids. My daughter is 7 years old, and the Lord is talking to her. He even told her about, I'm gonna save that one because that's probably before, not right now, words to be releasing. But my God talks to my daughter also. So when my daughter wake up, like, you had a dream, you had a vision. Lord told you something. Lord told you somebody to know. She share those and she be like, yep, the Lord told me this, and that. And I just be like, and she, oh my God, just how you know the Lord is so great. She knew how to break it down. Like the one that I was just about to say, I can't say, but I was going to say it. But the way that she break it down, it's like she knows what it means. She like, he was said it in a way like this and that. Like, girl, how you know he was said it in that way? Because his spirit, baby, that spirit, just like that spirit can be on you, it can be on a child, as long as they is accepted to it. And my daughter is accepted to it. I most definitely try my best to raise my daughter in a way that she is obedient to the Lord, that she is understanding of the Lord. And, we pray, we do all that. Like, so it's like, your kids, take heed to them kids' dreams, y'all. Take heed to your kids. One thing God is teaching me is to break the cycles of the traumatic trauma that I felt, that I went through as a child. And I am also, because it's in me, I am actually throwing it off onto my children too. And that's why generational curses, you know, occur. Generational curses continue to go on because it's not being broken. And the Lord is breaking it right now. And that's why I say, sometimes your obedience doesn't have anything to do with you. It might just have something to do with your kids. Because my daughter might be something way more mightier than me. And that's what when the Bible says submit to each other. We have to submit to each other. And that even means submitting to your kids. Submitting to God, submit to your kids, submit to the ones around you. Having a selfless love. Oh my gosh, thank you, Lord. Look, y'all, I have been mumbling on. Y'all, sometimes what you building is not even for you. It's probably for your child to thrive in. So think about your obedience. Be obedient and do things that the Lord has called you to do. Because the Lord is great. And He's going to do great things if we let Him. He can only do what we let Him to do. People be seeking God like, oh, I need help. But you're not following through with what God is telling you to do. You're not following through with what God has already spoken to you about doing. You can't keep asking for help and He's handing you the stick and you're not grabbing it. You in the water, you help, and He had anything, you just like, somebody help, somebody. Like, I don't even see the stick because you're not taking heed to the stick that's right in front of your face. You have to do what the Lord tells you to do. And that's something the Lord's put on my mind. I'm going to leave it at that. Whatever the next word is for the Lord to allow me to release, I will release. I pray that you guys find this word well. I pray that this word resonates with you. If it does, please like, share it, comment if you want to say something. Other than that, I pray that everybody have a blessed day and keep God first. So,